Okay, that is on behalf of my son Joey. I am obviously not Joey. Joey is 24 and he is currently riding his bike solo through Europe to raise funds for arthritis. Joey, yeah. Joey was diagnosed at the age of 3 with systemic juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. He had an ankle the size of a softball. And then he began having nightly fevers from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 2 o'clock in the morning. That boy would burn up with a fever of 104 to 106 every night for months. It was pretty scary. It was so scary, I didn't know what his future was going to be. I didn't know if he was going to be able to walk. And at points, I didn't even know if he was going to be able to live. So the unknown of arthritis was the most difficult thing for me to deal with as a mother. And the Arthritis Foundation was there for me and my family. Joey began attending Camp MASH. Have any of you heard of Camp MASH? Make arthritis stop hurting. That camp changed his life, and it has made him become a dedicated volunteer for arthritis. He, 2 years ago, had a very serious flare and was bedridden, and while sitting on my couch, he decided he didn't want to do that anymore, so he planned a trip. And he rode his bike from Oceanside, California to Portland, Maine in 3 months to raise, again, funds for the foundation. He was working in Washington and came back earlier this year and couldn't walk because his hip had gotten so bad. But he decided, I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to let arthritis rule my life. I'm going to move. So he got on his bike. Well, he got on a plane first. And then got on his bike and started in Portugal, Spain, and he's now in France. And he is really happy that you're all here today. And Echelon, my daughter, Joey's sister, was diagnosed at 13 with quasi-articular JRA. So arthritis has been a member of our family for a long time. And some people would think that it can be really negative, which it can be it's painful and devastating, but I think if you would ask Joey or Echelon, they would say arthritis has changed their life for the better in the way that they see support by people like you, that they have a community that surrounds them, and people who care. So Echelon's gonna say a few words.
I thought, what better way to speak on behalf of my brother than using his own words. So this is just a little bit of a blog that he writes, kind of capturing his travels and tour. So here we go. Bicycling up Mount Vertex was the most physically challenging thing I have ever done. Each kilometer was a small battle where I fought gravity. Each battle I came out victorious and closer to the clouds. Climbing to the top, I slowly began to lose myself, as if my muscles were dying in a war that was waging in my body. One by one, group by group, I was passed by cyclists. Straining around every corner, the battle raged on. My body ached, and the numbness in my legs made them feel like I was bicycling through cement. I kept on. Little things keep me going along the way. Sheer stupidity, passing cyclists telling me I'm crazy as I venture forth at speeds unreachable. The first view of the snow-capped Alps and all the random people that looked at me with crazy awe as I inched my way up. My breathing is ragged and my heart pounds in my veins, the beating pulsating in my head as sweat drips from my hair. The last turn came and I knew I had made it. I got a small amount of clapping from some cyclists at the top. It felt good. My legs were numb and the climb was so hard an old wound on my right leg opened up. I felt accomplished, and both literally and figuratively, that my head was in the clouds. I was on top of a mountain, and I felt that I was 5,000 feet tall. Every inch of the road I cycle, every bit of sand I crunch, every smile I receive, every smell on every breeze, and every pain I feel is mine. That is, of course, until I share them with you. I feel liberated and so much at ease that I am almost weightless. I am my own machine, wondrous of myself, gaining intangible momentum. It is as if I am now tumbling forward in awe of the world, creating my own path, a path that is both on a map and deep in my soul, heart, and persona. If you want to know where I am going, I honestly cannot tell you what are my plans. To be free, to be calm, collect the world, its images and people, and stow them away in myself. Change, grow, and become so much more.
So Joey is 24, and when he comes back from Europe on June 20th, he has his hip replacement scheduled for June 29th. But he's not going to let that stop him. He's just going to become bionic, in his own words. So I want to personally thank all of you for being here today and for raising money to help cure this disease, because as you can see with young Audrey, she's a beautiful, articulate young woman, and I'm sure she appreciates your support too. So thank you. Oh wait, I'm supposed to read this. Thank you for taking the time to come out and support my son Joey and the 1.1 million adults and 6,000 children living with arthritis in Wisconsin.
Let's hear it for Kate.